So, as we were saying in the intro, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing the old school Rumble drinking game. We're doing the 2005 Royal Rumble. We'll be watching this. I'm sure you guys can hear some of the sound. Possibly, I don't fucking know, man. I've never used this TV before. I have no clue if it even turns up or down, and if it doesn't, Z might walk over there because he's like the Stretch Armstrong of the group.
Yeah, Z, get over there.
Yeah. So, let's see. We're going to start this.
Drunk Z, asshole.
We're going to start this in just a second. Let me go ahead and tell you about the rules for the BDR Old School Rumble drinking game. First off, 1 drink if the wrestler that enters is dead. And then 1 drink per dead wrestler involved in an elimination. Now, that only means the wrestler, for the amount of people eliminating the wrestler, or if the one wrestler being eliminated is being eliminated by anyone who's not dead, because we'll get into that in a minute. So let's say 4 wrestlers are eliminating 1 superstar, you know, like 4 people getting at a big show or something like that. And 2 of the 4 that are eliminating him are dead now. 2 drinks. Simple as that. Take 1 drink.
Plus the elimination.
No, not the elimination. The elimination doesn't count. I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay.
1 drink every time someone appears that is not in the Rumble. Like we were watching the 2000 Royal Rumble, fucking Mean Street Posse, Kai and Tai showed up like 7 fucking times. That would have been so that's 7 drinks. 1 drink per celebrity that enters the Royal Rumble.
Like a Drew Carey.
Drew Carey, Pete Rose, anything like that. So you take a drink. Then you take a drink for every signature move. So Big Show's finishing move was the choke slam and the knockout punch. Those don't count. But the chop to the shh and then chop to the chest, that's a signature move. So you're gonna drink 1 of those. The Rock, when he hits you with the hands and then he does the spit and then he hits you. All right, and then that's 1 drink. But if that signature move eliminates the wrestler it's being performed on, you take an extra drink. So then it's 2 drinks for a signature that eliminates someone. Now, 2 drinks for every finishing move. So every rock bottom, every clothesline from hell, anything like that, you take a two drinks. But if that drink eliminates a wrestler, you take another drink with that. So then it becomes a 3-drink move. And then finally, the finish your drink. You finish your drink if a dead wrestler is being eliminated by a dead wrestler. Hence why it's only 1 drink if the wrestler is being dead earlier. But if there's a dead wrestler involved in eliminating a dead wrestler, then you're finishing your entire drink. All right, so we're going to the 2005 Royal Rumble.
Give me 2 cans right here so I can just be ready.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This is why we didn't pick the 04 Rumble.
Yeah.
Although the guy on the screen right now is dead. Take a drink.
So we we did talk about doing the 04 Rumble next. Unfortunately, a couple of us have some actual responsibilities after the show today. So we had to choose the 05 Rumble with.
By the way, I blindly picked that one, not thinking about everything.
No, that's fine.
We already kind of did a test run with it, so I was like, nope.
Yeah. So we're doing the 2005 Royal Rumble. We're going to be doing a couple of these Rumbles up until the Royal Rumble, maybe even post the Royal Rumble, man, because it's fun. You know, we're just having a blast here, and we obviously want to give good content for you guys to watch. So 2005 Royal Rumble, hitting it right now, hopefully. Yeah, there we go.
And here we go.
And it's loading and loading. What? See, I don't use Roku TVs. It's
Question.
Loading. Answer.
So for the intro, if it is somebody like the announcers, not with the company anymore, are we drinking to that as well?
What?
What about the announcers? Like,
what about the announcers?
I think for this one, does it?
Didn't I just read the rules?
Did
I mention the announcers?
We did talk about possibly doing like as you do newer Rumbles, doing like a who's in AEW now kind of thing. But we'll do a test run with that and see how it goes.
Z, you should totally go turn that up.
Yeah, okay. Z, get up there. There's Howard Fink.
He was actually getting up too.
My arms are drunk.
That's true.
Where is
maybe the other side?
It's not on the remote.
No, this is the remote.
There's not a plus and minus on there?
No.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, is it on top of the TV?
No.
It's Eddie.
And we dead wrestler.
Yeah, I think this is the one where Eddie and Benoit started off. So, dead wrestler, take a drink. Eddie Guerrero is your first one in.
I really do think it might be on top.
That's what she said. And there's no other remote. All right. I mean, is it the bottom buttons?
No, there's nothing on the bottom. Break.
Yeah, that's safe.
OSHA approved.
OSHA approved. We're having fun with this drinking game. As you can see, well, you can't see because
I'm really confused
why it doesn't have a volume thing, like on the back at all.
No,
Bottom.
dude, it's nothing. There's nothing back there.
Chris Benoit's in. Another drink. I see. I don't want to do that because it all messes with it. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
On the side of the remote.
found it.
And there it is. Didn't even have to get up.
Hey, thanks for doing that, guys.
Drink a drink.
Yep.
All right. Well, since we're on the topic, let's talk about Chris Benoit Jr. real quick.
Yeah. So David Benoit is out there. He was on Chris Van Vliet, and he said that he wants to wrestle under the name of Chris Benoit Jr. He's already got the gear made and everything like that.
Keep in mind, this David Benoit has never stepped foot in a wrestling ring, never done any training until now.
Recently, he what was he taught? What AEW is what impacted his it sparked his interest for wrestling because it was something new and things like that. So I'm of the firm believer that I think Chris Benoit should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. And the reason I say that is, yes, everything he did was horrid, but with all of this stuff coming out about CTE and brain damage and how it all affected him, and everyone looked at him like, what did they say? He had the brain of like an 85-year-old man with dementia, you know? So regardless of all the things, you know, he was on steroids, but there was wrestling with concussions and all that stuff. I'm all right if WWE did say, hey, we're going to put Chris Benoit into the WWE Hall of Fame. I'd be like, okay. But what do you guys think about that? And how do you feel about, Z, we'll start with you, David Benoit going as Chris Benoit Jr. because his middle name's Chris. He's like, so WWE owns the name Chris Benoit, so he can wrestle as Chris Benoit Jr.
So, I mean, I'm the biggest Benoit mark there is. I still think Kevin Sullivan set him up. But either way, so of course, I believe 100% he should be in the Hall of Fame. Keyword there is should, because of everything surrounding him, with the tragedy and the double murder suicide. It's probably
Daniel Puder?
It's probably
this
never
would
gonna
take a-
happen. Also, we should add a rule for drink every time you don't know who a fucking wrestler is. But so I mean, and I'm cool with if some company will let him wrestle as Chris Benoit Jr., I'm all for it. But he better be, close to his father, and it better not end up like a Curtis Axel ordeal where he becomes a jobber, because then it just tarnishes the already tarnished legacy.
Right. Smitty, what are you thinking about this?
Chris Benoit Jr. thing. It sounded like he wanted to put a good name back on his dad to a certain degree. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like everybody loves a redemption story, but he's got to be ready. If this does go through, he's got to be ready for all the negative backlash that's going to come with that name.
And fuck, man, it's already coming.
Who the fuck is this guy?
The first ever Tough Enough winner.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Miz came in second.
Oh, is he dead?
No.
Oh. Okay.
The only three wrestlers that are dead in this Royal Rumble are
The
two
two
of
in
the
the
three
ring.
are 66% of the guys in the ring and Viscera.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, this was the one with only the first one and 2005 are the only ones with
You sent
3.
that Reddit thing, so here's the amount of dead wrestlers in Royal Rumbles. The first one, 1988, 3. Dino Bravo, Ultimate Warrior, and Junkyard Dog. Royal Rumble, the second one, 89, 7. Andre the Giant, Mr. Perfect, Bad News Brown, Randy Savage, Big Boss Man, Big John Studd, and Hercules. The 90 Rumble had 8 of them. Randy Savage, Andre the Giant, Nito Bravo, Earthquake, Ultimate Warrior, Rick Rude, Hercules, Mr. Perfect. The 91 Rumble has 9.
Yep.
Dino Bravo,
Those were
Texas
my
Tornado.
Those were my 2 picks.
Yeah, Hercules, Davey Boy Smith, British Bulldog, Road Warrior Hawk, Randy Savage, Crush, Earthquake, and Mr. Perfect. The 1992 Rumble, which a lot of people herald as the greatest
7.
Royal Rumble of all time.
7.
5.
5?
British Bulldog, Texas Tornado, Big Boss Man, Hercules, Randy Savage. Now, this...
Who refers to that?
Signature. Three Amigos.
Oh,
Three
yeah.
Amigos? What? No.
It's signature, right?
Has he hit the third one yet? You have to do it after he hits.
Well, it's David Pewter, so he's gonna hit
Daniel
the third.
Pewter.
Whatever the fuck his name is. I don't even know who he is.
He's a good DP.
All right. So,
Hardcore Holly is alive.
quick question. Who yeah, I know. Who regards the 92 Rumble as the
That's
greatest?
the one that Flair won, right?
That's the one
yeah,
that Flair won the
but-
title after Hogan vacated it.
Right, but who
A lot of people.
really?
Yeah.
Also, by the way,
I mean, it was a good Rumble. I don't think it's the greatest Rumble of all time.
We're talking
but-
just the match, not the whole...
Yeah, I know.
Side note about this.
I'm talking just the Rumble matches too.
Right.
excited about this. This is at the whole Pewter thing when the Angle thing happened after during Tough Enough. At the Rumble, they all laid it stiff to him pretty much.
Really?
This is punishment for shooting on Angle on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, they're laying it in.
Hardcore is like, all right.
No, but those
Hey,
these 3 guys literally laid it into him and he ended up jobbing the Taker.
If you guys can listen to they're just dropping chops on him.
And he's like
Eddie Guerrero-
actually rolling around in pain.
Oh, Hardcore Holly.
So,
with another chop.
his punishment for shooting on Angle during
Hold
the
on.
Tough Enough thing.
Oh, okay. Now I know who he is. Now I remember.
So pretty much his punishment for shooting on Angle was this, and then he
You
ended up
guys, just
jobbing
listen,
the Taker.
listen. Guerrero with a chop coming up. Dude.
Busting his shit open.
Oh, he's really going to kick him too. Wow.
Yes, he is.
This is amazing.
This is kind of cool.
Alabama Slammer.
That's his finisher, 2 drinks.
No give either. Just fucking
Nope.
throw him right down. And goodbye.
And Holly eliminates him.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so pretty much it was like a nice 2 minutes of just Pewter getting his ass kicked.
And there goes Holly.
Holly's eliminated
And-
by 2 dead wrestlers, so 2 drinks.
Now you can tell they're not really laying it in the Hurricane like they did to Pewter.
Oh yeah, you can.
Oh,
see
yeah.
it.
Yeah, so Benoit just hit 3 chops. You didn't hear a single one of them.
And he didn't wind up like
Right.
he was before either.
He lies. He cheats. He steals. So, Smitty, you're all right with him coming back as Chris Benoit Jr., so it helps put a good thing on his name. Are you all right with that?
I'm all right with it, like I said, but just be ready for all the negativity,
I think
especially
he's
with the
looking
social
forward
media
to
age.
it. Like I think he's going to use it to get a, he he starts wrestling as Chris Benoit Jr. No, they always say no publicity or
All publicity is good publicity.
Yes, exactly. So I mean, people are going to be talking about him.
Yep.
So I mean, the only thing now is you have to, hone your craft and become.
There's Hurricane,
a good
limited by
in-ring
Eddie.
wrestler. So you live up to all the hype you're going to get.
I think my only problem with this is how green he is right now. Now, I'm not saying that down the line he won't be one of the better.
But why not start as Kid Pegasus Jr.?
Kenzo Suzuki.
I
Breast.
I just
Or Crispin. What if he came out as Crispin? Wow.
What if he just comes out as he who shall not be named?
Voldemort. Vacant.
Just every time his name comes up, you know who I am. Junior.
Yeah, like kind of like AEW's Adam Page's intros when it has something random right there.
Yep. Cowboy shit, dog.
Has been drinking.
Allie was watching that link, and she's like, he really wants to wrestle as Crispin Benoit Jr.? I'm like, yeah. She's like, why? And I was like, because that would be awesome.
You missed the shit out the chop.
And then she's like looking at a picture of him. She's like, he looks like really weird and fucked up. I'm like, it's kind of fucked up because he looks like a lot like his dad.
Yeah.
He does.
He looks like what his
He looks
dad
like Jim
would look,
Brewer.
Yeah, he looks like what his dad would look like if he didn't work out at all.
And smoked a little bit of crack.
A little bit. And
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
that was a horrible backdrop. So, up next, let's have a conversation about something that made a lot of headlines.
Well, hold on. Back to Chris Benoit Jr. real quick. What's his finisher going to be? Are they going to like...
They'll have him use a crossface probably.
Will they call it the cable gym? All right. Anyways, what were we saying, Mikey?
The most inappropriate pro wrestling podcast in the motherfucking world. Edge has entered the Royal Rumble, by the way.
A controversial figure.
Yeah. So
in 5 more years, he wins it.
Yeah, he does. That's then, this is now. Tessa Blanchard made a lot of headlines. Excuse me. Tessa Blanchard sent out a tweet, and then other people quoted that tweet and made a lot of headlines for what she said. So let's go ahead and get into her tweets. You laughing over there, Smitty?
Yeah, because this whole thing is like, I think it's fucked up, but I think it's also fucked up the timing that all this came out.
So Tessa Blanchard tweeted out, "Hey women, try supporting one another. Cool things happen." Right after that, Chelsea Green quoted it and said, "You've consistently put down, bullied, and belittled countless female coworkers, including me. Is that support?"
But she also called her out on that bullshit, too.
Allison Kay. "Remember when you spat in the black woman's face and called her the N-word in Japan? Was that you supporting women?" The audacity of this tweet. So then a lot of people were really jumping down Tessa's black back. And some people were supporting Tessa.
Black.
Some people were supporting Tessa. Some people were just saying that it was bullshit about the timing of this because this was coming out the day before, 2 days before.
A day before.
The day before Impact's
Hard to Kill. Sorry. I'm watching TV now.
It came out the day before Impact's Hard to Kill pay-per-view, which, if you had paid any attention, Tessa Blanchard ended up becoming the first woman to hold the major title in a major promotion. She is now the Impact World's Champion. Mysterio eliminates Suzuki as we're talking about this. And then other people quoted the tweet as well. Isla Dawn, "As someone who experienced your bullying firsthand, received regular verbal abuse, was spat on, had rumors spread about me, dealt with multiple attempts by you to blacklist me from other companies, plus more. I just pray you now follow your own advice." Now, La Rosa was the one who is the African-American, the black female wrestler who was spat on and called the N-word by Tessa Blanchard. And she said, she quoted Allison Kay's tweet. She goes, "Allison Kay and Chelsea Green, thank you so much. That story, yes, that's happened in Japan 2017. There's obviously a language barrier, so I'm just reading it as it goes. Yes, that's happened on Japan 2017. If Tessa do not remember it, can I? I'm not a mean girl with any coworkers around the world. Be kind of racist is not ridiculous, is a sickness."
Did you read Big Swole's? Because she had her whole thing about it too.
I did not see Big Swole's.
I gotta save it on my phone. Give me a second.
I will say that Tessa Blanchard, shortly after, she did not do media that day. She was supposed to do media and did not do media that day for Impact Wrestling.
Smart move.
Very smart move. A couple days ago, she tweeted out, "I hope everyone will take a moment to read this." And this is her stance on it. "Over the last week, I have been accused of calling a fellow wrestler a racial slur. To read this allegation has been personally upsetting. To be clear, I absolutely did not use that word. That word is not in my vocabulary. That word is not in my heart. Racism is not in my heart. Yet I know many people have to deal with racism in a way I will never have to. Racism is an awful part of American history, and it is equally awful, and it's still part of our society today. While I did not do what was claimed, I stand ready to use my platform to support the fight against racism however I can." Big Swole said, "La Rosa and I decided it needed to be dealt with. A conversation needed to happen because this was getting intense over the years. As a black woman, this sickened me that it happened to a friend of mine. We have been dealing with this since it happened. It's just now finding light on social media. People are entitled to deal with this how they want. I just want the world to know the last part of the story."
Did that leg lariat from Booker T count as a signature?
No.
Okay. There's also this is another one she had right there.
Oh, somebody that's not supposed to be in the Rumble.
Yep.
We gotta wait till they enter the ring, though.
They don't have to know. Just as
they
soon as
just
they
have to interfere?
As soon as they do an interfere.
Bischoff.
It looks like Bischoff.
It's Bischoff.
Sweet.
Drink.
Sharpshooter applied. That would technically be a
But
Benoit
also
signature
Kiera
'cause he
Hogan
didn't use it.
Kiera Hogan chimed in as well. I had a feeling it was going to come up, so I actually start screenshotting some tweets.
Well, here, take it back because that tweet wasn't finished. There was like a couple pieces of that tweet. So
Le Champion.
I
Isn't he the Intercontinental
Allison K
champion at
also
this point?
tweeted out a photo, a screenshot of
It is kind of awesome to be watching a Royal Rumble where Eddie, Benoit, Jericho, and Ray are all in the ring.
that is beautiful. She
I like the way you excluded the African Americans that are there right now.
I also excluded Edge, and he's not African American. I was talking about the original cruiserweight division from fucking WCW.
So, somebody tweeted out, so Sienna claimed to get permission to tweet out what happened, but she lied. In the video, she said she was surprised people came out and told the story. So again, these jealous females did this to fuck with Tess on her biggest weekend. Just say that, even if the story is true. So then Tessa tweeted out a screenshot of when it was, and it gave timestamps on it. Saturday at 12:44. She said, send it to La Rosa. She was like, will you be mad if I
There's
post
Teddy
this?
Long, by the way.
Teddy Long's out, drink. And La Rosa said, nope, you got the truth. Posted and thank you for it, Mamacita. I appreciate it so much. And she responded, now you're taking that out of context. She meant all other women that came forward. I have a screenshot of the end of our conversation to prove it. I know people love the nitpick to try to discredit, but that won't work here. And I fully agree, man. Look, if this is... I wasn't there to watch it, so I can't say it for sure happened, right? But I can say that enough people are coming forward to where I feel it definitely did happen.
It's Roman Reigns' brother.
Brother Luther Reigns.
Wasn't he the one that got caught up in the whole steroid scandal? Roman almost got
Clearly.
Yeah. Smitty, how do you feel about this, man?
So as a fan of Tessa, I'm like, there's enough evidence to say there's something happened in Japan. Something definitely happened. So at that point, like, I'm disappointed, but also I'm also on the side of people like you did. Like, the timing of this was just terrible. You waited to 2-3 years now to come forward about something like this.
Why does it matter when someone comes forward?
I have this whole thing about people playing victim until it's to their convenience. That is just a personal thing. Because as somebody who's been a victim of bullying and racism and stuff like and other dumbass accusations, and that have been put toward me. Using being a victim to your convenience is just something I just can't get behind.
Okay, but who used it as being a victim of convenience? It wasn't her that first outed it.
Once again, like LaRosa, that's the thing. Like LaRosa didn't do anything. Like LaRosa, when it comes to LaRosa's, like you didn't say anything. Everybody else is coming out for you. Like, but if this is an issue, why did you not come out about it?
Because she didn't feel comfortable at one time to do it.
Oh, mom and the son.
Smitty, we're conversation.
But yeah, it's like I've been a victim of a lot of things, and I've been accused of a lot of things. But it's always if you have a problem with someone, deal with it then and there. And that's one of the poisonous things about social media. People are using it the way people use it.
Yes, but Tessa Blanchard's in like kind of like a position of power, where if you're like a rookie or something, they might feel uncomfortable coming out about something like this, because what if they do and nobody believes them, and then they lose their spot or anything like that?
How long has Tessa Blanchard been in professional wrestling?
5-7 years now.
About 5 years.
Okay,
so outside the fact that her dad's name has pretty much got her in the door,
okay,
she's earned she's pretty much clawed and scratched to get to where she is.
You're not really talking to my point, though. I'm saying she's in a position of power. I never said how she got there. I just said she's in a position of power, and these all seem to be younger, newer talents that are coming out about
once
this.
Again, that's why I said the timing thing was the issue.
Yeah, but I don't think the timing thing should be an issue. See, somebody...
Tessa never makes that tweet about women supporting other women, and this doesn't happen. Because all they did was be like, oh, yeah, bitch, pots and kettles. Like, you're saying this, but
619, by the way.
This is who you are behind the fucking curtain.
Cheers.
And then we're all going to drink to this one.
Eddie's not involved in it.
Chris
Benoit
is
involved in a elimination.
So we got like 3 right now.
2, I thought.
Right here, the 619.
I drank for the 619.
I don't think that was his fucking finisher.
I thought it was 2 for a finisher.
No, 619 is not a finisher.
Yes, it was his finisher.
Yeah, no, 2005 it was.
All right.
Is that Jordan Miles?
No, Orlando Jordan. Technically,
Orlando Christopher's at the Rumble?
Nice.
He way too black to be Orlando Christopher. But yeah, so the whole Tessa thing, like for me, it's a timing thing, and like I'm still like, Tessa, what did you do in Japan? I'm impartial because like as a fan of Tessa, I'm really impartial.
See, I love this about you right now because I think this is one of the most hypocritical things I've ever heard you say. And I'll call you out to your face on it because I love you and I do respect you. You jumped down the word hang for Hangman Page because you
the word hang, the word news, a fucking rope.
So, so these things are things that upset you, which I'm not going to say. I personally think is dumb because it's a word, especially when it's not anything involving what it was. And but at the same time, I'll respect your opinion. I'll fuck with you about it, but I'll respect your opinion on it. Now a story comes out saying that someone that you like is dropping N-bombs, literally, and spitting on a black wrestler. Like, obviously, some of the most racist things you can fucking do. And you're like,
shit happens.
I mean, I still respect her as this. And it's like, my thought process is you'd have automatically been like, fuck Tessa Blanchard. If that's how you're going to be. Now, granted, I'm also a firm believer that people grow up, that people get better. But she's not acknowledging this. She's not apologizing for this. She is Hulk Hogan the fuck out of this. And you hate Hulk Hogan for dropping that word.
Actually, I don't. I never said I hated Hulk Hogan. I said I was disappointed in Hulk Hogan because Hulk Hogan's the reason I got into wrestling in general.
So again, it's okay because Smitty likes him.
It's not. That's not my point. Like,
hey,
it's
they're
not
attacking.
Wrong.
So drink. Scotty Too Howdy. I mean, the manager was doing it too.
Who is this guy?
Oh, Davari.
Davari, yeah.
When he still had
not
hair.
in the Rumble. We didn't drink when Davari first came out because he didn't do anything. Now he got involved, so that's why we drank. I feel like. Okay, so you said you're disappointed in Hogan, all right? You're disappointed in Hogan. Not that you don't like Hogan, but does it piss you off like everyone else when Hogan comes out on TV?
Somewhat, yes.
Okay, so why are you okay with Tessa even holding the the Impact World's Championship if this is what she did? Me, I'm not. The minute this came out,
I said what I just like my feelings for Tessa is all pretty much all like Hogan, like. But I understand why they put the title on Tessa. Like honestly, honestly, most of this is almost blown over at this point.
What does it matter if it's blown over?
What? I'm not
fucking
saying it's
WWE
right.
through fucking Hulk Hogan and Saudi Arabia, and people were pissed. We were at a WrestleMania party that Hogan opened the show with
And got
booed out of the fucking B-dubs. Yeah. You included, sir.
I didn't boo him. I said,
Smitty, I watched you.
I did not boo Hogan. I can tell you that now. I didn't boo Hogan.
All right.
That's a signature move.
What? I missed it.
The kick from Booker T. The like little scissor kick, and it's almost like a super kick, but with the front of his heel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He just did it twice, and that's the case.
Orlando Christopher got eliminated by Booker T.
Spinneroonie is a signature drink.
Nah, he hasn't completed it yet.
Dude, if you look, like, let's be honest.
He's never been stopped.
Yeah, unless he gets clotheslined.
And just eliminated Booker T.
How do you still have stuff to drink, Smitty?
I'm opening
Get
up
it
the
off
third
the
one
fucking
now.
camera.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm opening up the third one now.
The third one? What kind of drinks are you taking? I'm on my second.
I'm nursing the shit out of it.
I have a long day ahead of me.
I mean,
So why are you getting trashed?
Because he's got a long day.
Fair.
Have you met me?
I thought I grabbed the black cherry. It was a grapefruit, so I'm drinking squirt.
Awesome.
Cool. This fucking glass is gonna suck.
I'm gonna replay it.
Did we drink for that Guerrero?
Yeah, that's what you opened.
That's what I just
for.
drank for.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
I just heard drink and I was like, all right.
Yeah, because this was right after the spinneroonie.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Z, your thoughts on this?
I'm honestly, since this came out Saturday, their pay-per-view was Sunday, right? Yeah, this came out. Okay.
Last Sunday.
So I'm actually surprised they didn't change the finish in that match and have her drop or change it somehow, like disqualification, whatever. Tessa doesn't end up with the belt.
I said it should have waited.
I mean, if there's a lot of conflicting tweets, and there's no like
solid.
It's not like Hulk Hogan in the fact where there was like
a video
or a tape of her actually saying this. Like right now, it's all hearsay. So she did it. I mean, shame on her, and she shouldn't have the title. And there should be some kind of backlash, like for
World's Greatest Tag Team Finisher.
like not.
All right, let's drink the tag finisher.
Tag finisher, 2 drinks. It's good to hear the voice of AEW doing this 2005 Royal Rumble.
I know both Taz and fucking JR. Bye.
You could have been Kofi.
But you're not.
All right.
It's kind of like not in the sense of punishment. It should be like what happened after the curtain call. Mm-hmm. She should lose her push, start back from the bottom. Because like you said, this was 3 years ago, and she may have done it, but she may have, been educated in that time and is sorry and realizes it was dumb and all that shit. But then you apologize. But again, she's non-apologetic, and she really hasn't been punished. And I mean, we're in 2020 now, where like you did something wrong, you fit the punishment, and then people will maybe come back around on you. But again, I mean, Smitty was talking about it, and she hasn't really lost any fan support. Smitty is a black male who still likes Tessa Blanchard, even if what she's said really did happen. So, I mean, she hasn't really lost her fan base.
But you also mentioned, like, there's only hearsay at this point.
I won't say it's
excuses,
hearsay
though.
when it's not. See, to me, Eddie was eliminated. One drink.
Oh, there's Edge.
Edge is about to go bye-bye.
Hearsay is someone is saying you did something to someone else.
And they can't prove it.
And that was the first part. But then La Rosa came out and said, yeah, this shit happened. She called me the N-word and she spit on me in Japan. Year was 2017.
All I'm saying is in a court of law, it would still be considered hearsay because there's no actual proof of it happening. But not saying that, I mean, it didn't happen or defending it by any means. I'm just saying, excuse me while...
We should add retired wrestlers to this damn drinking game.
No. You want to die and get alcohol poisoning.
This is
game.
his first one back.
Obviously, like, Simon Dean is retired, so is Michaels.
So let it be known, Shawn Michaels' finisher is the super kick, and it eliminates a lot of people. So we might be drinking more than I thought this one. I forgot Michaels was in this.
I believe it's his first one back after.
What was this one? It's 2005.
Yeah, he wasn't in the 2004 one, and he
No,
came back in 2004 SummerSlam.
2000, because he was still beef with. He still had his beef with Triple H that went all the way to Mania. Would have been why I won the title.
Yep. Yeah, and that's Benoit faced.
That's
Michaels
such an
and
oversell.
Michaels and Triple H.
Yeah, the match that never happened in WrestleMania 20.
No, it happened. It just was a one-on-one match. It was no longer a triple threat.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't happen if the winner isn't there.
My thing on this whole Tessa Blanchard thing is, I do not feel she should have won that belt.
I agree with that.
Believe it or not, I've already said when you asked me about the fantasy booking about how that would go, I said she shouldn't have won it at Hard to Kill anyway. Not because this is prior to everything that came up. I said they should have had her chase it a little bit more.
I almost said do a drink for Michaels eliminating someone, but he's still alive.
His hair's dead.
His hair's been dead.
I mean, look at him. Now that I've noticed his balding, because he's bald now, but... speaking of bald.
And here comes the Olympic hero.
Love Kurt Angle.
Whoa.
German!
Is it German?
It's the 3 that he does that would be a signature, not just a single. Like if he... Wait, I thought I...
He stole Taz's gimmick.
And there it
Olympic
is.
Slam.
2 drinks.
I'm sure there'll be 2 more.
God damn it.
And guess what?
Oh, Shawn Michaels?
2 more.
Oh, no.
Shit.
Angle more. 3 more. Sweet chin music and eliminated. 3 drinks.
I think I'm down 5.
There it was. That was
Angle's even do the math on his fingers. He's like 2, 4, 6, 8.
Who do I appreciate?
Can I get another one? But this also led to one of the best matches at WrestleMania 21. This whole thing, that whole exchange right there.
Which is fine with me. Oh, fuck, man. There are times this dream game, like we have posted many times about this dream game. And we have said it, it is fucking painful sometimes.
What was it like?
Especially when you get a sequence like that.
It was like 7 drinks in less than under a minute.
Like in the 2004 one, Big Show comes out and hits like 7 choke slams.
Yep.
Oh, here's goddamn Coach.
Coach to asses.
All right, so should we change the celebrity rule to a non-wrestler enters?
No.
Okay.
Because, how often does a non-wrestler enter?
Right now.
Oh, instead of...
like announcers, because, Michael Cole's in a Rumble, shit like that.
Oh, so not adding to it, just modifying the
changing
celebrity
to non-wrestler enters the Royal Rumble. So that would cover.
Oh, he's done.
Celebrities and all.
Benoit's about to eliminate the shit out of him.
Why did you got to hit that guy? You know,
I don't.
You know he's gonna be dead in like a year.
Yeah, but there's nobody beating up Coach right now. Like I don't know
No,
why he just
Benoit's
hugged the
beating up
rope.
Coach.
There's just nobody. It's just a vacant belt sitting there.
Alive and well. Like Jim Ross just said Benoit, and they're alive and well.
oh, that didn't age well. Neither did Benoit or his family.
He's neither alive nor was he well.
Mark Ginger, who was originally slated to be the member of the Shield.
He actually looks kind of small there.
So apparently he's had a really good run in AAA as the world champion like a couple years ago.
Angle's back, and he eliminated Michaels.
Well, but he was out of the Rumble, right?
So you have to take a drink because he's not in the Rumble.
But does it count?
Where the fuck did my drink go?
Yeah, that was
Michaels and Angle?
that was this sequence continued.
Fucking A.
Michaels and Angle, that's where your drink went.
Now, I never understood this. Why does that count as an elimination?
Because Michaels went over the top rope.
I get that, but he was thrown over the top rope by somebody who's already out of the fucking Rumble. So, technically speaking, he wasn't eliminated.
And there's an Angle
And two more.
I might as well just add to
It's
this.
the easiest finisher to do, and it looks the most brutal.
Yeah.
The sharpshooter looks pretty brutal. The lion tamer also looks pretty brutal. But the ankle lock, like, especially if you get somebody that's
do we have to take a drink for all these people that are out here that are not in the Royal Rumble?
No, because they're just trying to restore order. They're not actually trying
got
to
Pat Patterson,
They're
too.
not.
No, they're not.
They're not interfering in the match.
Oh, there's Finley.
Although if one of them is dead now, that's a different story.
Drink.
Oh, back when blood was the thing.
Got some color on him. Yeah, back to Tessa. So Tessa,
Got some black on
Nice
him.
segue.
He got some black on him now.
yeah. Speaking of color, Tessa doesn't like if you're a darker color than her.
That's bullshit because her dating history says different.
Again, she called the girl that. Viscera,
Vis.
take a drink.
Big Vis. So his signature move was a Samoan drop, right?
Big Daddy V. No, his finishing move was a
No,
splash. But
his signature move was a Samoan drop.
well, right, yeah. He only had like 5.
All
of them.
right,
He's a
so
big guy.
Tessa Blanchard,
running splash.
like
should
I
be a
said,
signature too.
she should not have won that belt, especially right after that. It's a situation to where I feel Impact should have been like, we'll put this off. Because look, Jordan Grace just won the Knockouts Championship. She just won them. She won it at like a house show. She's now the Knockouts champion.
Really?
Yeah,
How did I miss this?
because you dumb dog.
No, I keep on Impact more than anybody here.
Not more than me, because I know where Jordan Grace is. The
I know big like,
Impact Knockouts champion.
Thick Mama Pump is my dick beat material, and she look like she fuck niggas.
Yeah, I'm scooting more.
First
this way.
off, the dude that she's dating is black. So it's not
Didn't
like
hear what I
she looks
said.
like she does.
You kind of like
No, I didn't. I kind of 45'd your point.
Brian Kendrick. I mean Paul London.
Yeah, it's Paul London, sir.
They were a tag team at the time.
Wrong again, Smitty.
And you're right. They were a tag team at the time, and at one point had the longest title reign for any tag team champions.
Until they were broke by.
Wow, he went way under. He slid so far. He went under Rene Dupree's
Those
legs.
punches are terrible, but that sell job's not bad.
So
The Fifi too. Wait, was the French poodle
Is
came
he,
out with the
is he
black or
about
white?
to do the people's elbow?
Oh no, the French tickler. No, that's what they called
Is
it.
this a signature move or a
Yes,
finisher?
signature.
and he didn't do it, but Chris Jericho eliminates him instead. That's really wow. His ass was out.
the French tickler.
God, I love Chris Jericho.
No, the movie he was trying to attempt to do was they called it the French tickler. He would do like a little thing and hit an elbow drop and curtsy afterwards.
Yes, because real men curtsy. Those SmackDown guys trying to eliminate each other. I think that Tessa Blanchard, this should have been put off until everything was found out about this. This is a situation to where
Word life, the basic thugonomics.
Well, Cena was over at this point.
This is a situation to where you need to
Tread lightly.
Yeah, and get everything situated before you say, okay, I'm going to make her the face of my company. Look, dude, I am not saying that. I'm not.
We're about to get AA after AA after AA.
That's fine. Where's all the drinking? Is him removing his shirt like that signature move?
No. Unless you're talking one night stand, ECW, when the fans kept throwing it back.
That's so good.
Was it like 2 minutes of that happening?
So, okay, back to Tessa Blanchard. I don't respect her anymore. I know.
And there goes Viscera.
Yep.
Take a drink.
Take a drink. Dead wrestler gone.
We will no longer have to have the possibility of finishing a drink because the dead wrestler.
I have never seen a dead wrestler eliminate themselves before, but yeah, Daddy V just tossed himself right over the top.
He was still
rope.
Viscera. You got a year before the Big Daddy V thing. Well, 2 years.
Either way, he tossed himself right over the top.
There's two
rope.
invisible people fighting right now.
I don't see it at all.
It wasn't my fault.
So,
Is this before or after he punts the baby?
I don't know.
Before.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he has hair.
Okay,
here.
guys. So, this whole Tessa Blanchard thing, I don't respect her anymore. I really don't, because like you said, Z, it's a whole bunch of hearsay. But when the person who is it's being said about comes out and says, "Yeah, this fucking happened," like if Smitty ever came up to me, right, and said, "Yo, this dude dropped the N-bomb on me," I'd be like,
I
all
want a
right,
good question.
fuck that guy.
Yeah,
I'd be like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Right? So these are all friends of hers that have said this. Okay? And one of her friends came. Like, it's like Smitty going, this dude dropped the N-bomb. I don't want to start no shit, though. But me 3 years later coming up and going, this guy's like talking about, hey, man, I'm all inclusive. I love everybody. And I look at that son of a bitch and I go, dude, you dropped the N-bomb on Smitty 3 fucking years ago. And then Smitty goes, yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but that happened. And this dude all of a sudden is the manager of a restaurant now that we frequent downtown, right? That doesn't make what you say, Smitty, or your feelings on the situation any less than La Rosa. Now, granted, so I'm not. But what I'm saying is that's to me. I'm not arguing your opinion. I'm telling you my opinion. All right. Tessa Blanchard was Tessa Blanchard was about to be and is now the current Impact World Heavyweight Champion, and this happened a day before. And this can be the minute that this
You gotta drink one, that Big Boots Snitchkey signature.
All right, drink.
Oh, Kane's got into it now.
So, yeah. So, if someone all of a sudden got a GM position and he said, I will hire anybody. I'm fucking 100% all-inclusive. I'm an equal opportunity employer. I don't discriminate anyone. And then I look at that person and I'm like, so what about 3 years ago when you called Smitty this? Like, I don't think you're all-inclusive. I think this is a facade for you, for everything. And choke slam, and it's a finisher, so two. God damn it.
That's that Kane injury. We're gonna be doing a lot of drinking.
Another choke slam, too.
I'm gonna just wait till this is over.
Choke slam him straight to hell.
Another one, 2.
That's 6.
Jericho, 2.
8. I'm just waiting till this is over. I'm gonna put. Hey, give me another can, please.
No, just go with it.
All right, I'm caught up.
2.
Okay, 2 more.
8. That's 10. Because I'm gonna finish this right now.
All right.
Is that considered a choke slam finisher?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thank God.
All right.
And there's Coach. Can I get another can? Because I'm just gonna down this.
Yeah, you might as well.
No, just drink 8. Just take 8 drinks. Don't down it. But this choke slam is probably gonna eliminate Coach. No, it's not. All right. Mm-hmm. So, and that's how I look at this. I look at this whole situation as if it was one of my friends, right? And
It's Pompano.
Finisher.
2 drinks.
Just give me another can because I gotta finish this actually. So, I was doing the math and doing me.
Remember when I thought this was going to be the easier Royal Rumble? This game is fucking dangerous,
When
bro.
it comes to finishing your drink,
Yeah.
this is the easier Royal Rumble, but fuck.
You said butt fuck.
But no, but I was like, when I said I can't enter the Rumble, I'm like, dude, we're going to drink because he came in late.
Yeah. All right. Smitty, I respect your opinion. I do. I love you, dude. And we give, and this is me just being very honest and open because this is a situation that's also close to my heart. I was having a conversation with people at work yesterday because not many people know my past and how I grew up. You do. Other my friends do. I was the only white kid in high school. All of my best friends are all black. So when I moved to Florida and people were, Batista bomb.
Yep.
2 drinks. When people down in Florida were dropping the N-bomb left and right, I'm like, dude, you can't say that. And then those assholes will go, you don't have to be black to be a mama. And I'm like,
I don't agree or completely agree with that.
but it doesn't change the fact that I actually agree.
Am I down any?
Yeah, 2 for a Batista bomb on Kane. I understand that logical thinking of you don't have to be black to be a so I can say it and say no, but
Nigga.
then just call something.
That's just an out.
That's an out for saying
No,
it.
I do believe it's
Yes,
an out for
it's an
people
out for
certain people
saying it. But I also look, many of my black fans like you could be black and you could be that you're one of those
I'm
people.
one of
Yeah,
those
you're
people.
one of those people. So I'm not arguing.
Tyson Tom goes out.
No,
Not
but
in
he's
the
not.
Rumble.
He's not involved. We didn't drink for Davari until he was involved in some sort of something.
We also drank, but we did drink for Bischoff and
Unless
Long
Tyson
being
Tomko.
out.
Yeah, and they all did
Unless
something.
Tyson Tomko is dead. It's the only time it counts, man. Or interferes in the Rumble.
Yeah, managers are way different.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone that comes out with someone normally.
The minute he, like,
which he's going to,
Yeah,
is Tyson Tomko, and that was Christian. But again, that's
619 again.
why are you screaming?
Sorry, didn't mean to.
He's excited. He gets to drink and AA.
God
Fuck.
fucking damn it.
Oh, and it's
an elimination?
Oh.
5, right?
That's 3.
So it's 5 altogether.
Well, I mean, I already did the 2 for the 619.
I hate when nobody eliminates Kane.
Right, did you guys see Kane just flew and then flipped over? That was weird.
Never
All right.
seen Kane do a flip that before. He just like levitated in air for a second.
So, again, geez, this drinking game is really fucking up my points. So, Tessa Blanchard did something where somebody said that it happened, and then a bunch of her friends are backing her in this situation. So I'm believing that it happened. Just like I would believe Smitty if he said something like this happened. Just like I would believe Walt if he said something like this happened. These are my friends that I will have their back for, no matter what. Anybody who's watching this show knows that we give Smitty a lot of shit, but we love the shit out of Smitty, and we will have his back 24/7. And especially if we think somebody was being fucking racist as shit to them. If he said for us not to say something, we wouldn't.
Smitty,
But
but
Spine
the
Buster.
story what happened right outside the studio before?
It was a spine. Is the spine buster his
Yeah, that's
one of
Batista's
his
signature.
Yeah.
one? All right.
So, one time, Smitty's getting out of his Uber. I'm getting out of my car, and these two to 3 kids drive by on their bikes and just yell the
Spine
N-word
buster again.
as loud as they can on their bikes. So me and Smitty jumped in my car, and we confronted them.
Yeah, but once again, did I not let that go?
You did, but
It was
I mean,
your idea to get into the car.
Yeah, because that's some fucking bullshit.
But this stuff I've been used to this shit pretty much most of my life.
Yeah,
I
but
know,
I'm a
but
firm
it's-
believer that no matter if you're used to it, you shouldn't be dealing with it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I'm all right with that, and then that's fine. So,
But I think that's where some of my standpoint comes from. Like, at some point in life, like I'm an African American male in America.
spine buster drink.
But I'm just saying, like, this is just stuff.
I guess the problem is that you're used to it.
I'm not saying
that's the bigger
it's right.
issue,
Once again,
but
it's not. I'm not saying
Hendrick-
it is right.
Benoit was eliminated by Flair, so a dead wrestler eliminates a dead wrestler.
No, they can't kill Flair. He's tried to die. It doesn't work.
But
this is definitely a Flair signature if he hits him in the balls.
But my whole point is like,
that is a Flair signature.
What? Oh yeah, the don't.
Where he does. No,
I remember.
Wait. Is a Flair chop a signature?
Yes.
Then we have 3 drinks, because he just did 2 chops.
We don't have to worry about it.
Dude, that
Edge is
sucks.
still alive.
That means the
please.
92 Rumble.
What am I, please? Because I'm almost done with this one already.
Okay.
Are these the final 4?
Yep.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, I remember this Rumble. I remember the finish of this Rumble.
Oh yeah.
When Vince blows his quads.
Yeah. Somebody comes out and blows out both their quads in once.
Yep. So yeah, we'll move on from Tessa. Right. But I'm a full because we just can't really get into this. I'm a full
spear
finisher.
But he hit Batista with it first, so 4. This drink
619. Here we go.
Please, I don't want to do another drink. I don't want to.
There it is.
Spear elimination.
Spear elimination.
3. Fuck off.
These Rumbles always start out so fucking easy and then just end up fucking.
So here's the thing. This.
Oh.
I hate raspberry flavor now.
Well, Edge got eliminated by Cena. What do you do? Do you AM or?
They both.
No, they just both tossed him over. Okay. There was no AA.
John Cena looks nothing like Ernest here.
Yeah, he hasn't aged yet.
And Batista still has hair.
Well, this one he was still over like Rover.
Look at how small he looks.
Batista or what?
No, look at Cena. Like when they do the side profile, he looks tiny.
Yeah.
But you know what was great about this finish? Batista technically was a heel and just did a face turn afterwards. Also, those pump shoes are awesome.
Oh, the pump shoes. Oh,
it was called the FU at one point.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then the other one was called the STFU.
Yep. Yeah. Well, the STFU didn't come until about 2006.
Well, this is 2005, so it's very possible it was around there, Smitty. What was the other? Oh, yeah. So the final thing I want to talk about, and you know what? We'll talk about that after this Rumble because we always do our 10-bell salute and a moment of silence.
And there it is. There it is.
Can we add a 2-drink for double elimination?
Now here comes Vince, who's not
in a Rumble.
And Batista got his hand raised because
he's Raw and Cena got his hand raised.
Batista was supposed to win. They weren't supposed to do that. And Vince was like, get them both back in the ring right now.
No, Vince was inside somebody's headpiece yelling. I think this was original supposed to be the finish.
That was not a fuck up. The way these refs are acting, that was not a fucked up. But it's Raw refs saying that Batista won.
You never know.
No,
it could be the earpiece. Like, all right, fucking do it this way.
No, look at those. When I saw the shirt, that's when I realized this part was a work.
Yeah, because of the shirts.
If they did it where both shirts, like a shirt from different brands, were doing it, that'd be a little bit more believable. It wasn't a work.
Well, what's not a work is what's about to happen.
Yeah. See, and this is when you knew it wasn't a work. When Vince came out walking like this.
This is so
He's so fucking mad.
Oh,
there it is. There goes both your fucking quads.
Everybody, drink to make Vince.
No.
Is he not getting involved?
He can't even fucking stand up. He's just sitting there.
Right?
You know what the irony of this is? Both of those guys both headline WrestleMania for both brands that year.
This is hilarious. Watching Vince just sit down. Like when you're watching this the first time you're fucking watching this, you're just looking at Vince going,
"What's going on here?"
You're just looking at like, why is he just sitting there?
And there it is.
No, because like literally they throw each other over like what was it, twice? I think it was twice before they actually did the whole thing.
Vince just sitting there. It's just that's what's hilarious about this. You just watch this not knowing, and Vince is just sitting there. You're like, why is Vince sitting in the ring?
So everybody come back.
Yeah. Like, it should have been everybody coming back.
Now we start back at one. Here comes Benoit.
Chewing into the microphone.
That's
gross. Isn't that what people want to hear?
Spinebuster!
Lady, stop yelling.
I'm too close to the mic.
Smitty, you could be on the other side of the fucking room and you're yelling still.
We survived.